What's up everyone? I'm Joe from D6 Vault Studios, and I'm here to introduce you to our brand new tabletop skirmish game, Legacy of Atmos. In this video, I'll talk about the backstory of the Atmos Universe, the different factions and their armies, the basics of the board game, and our grand vision for the LOA franchise. Our story begins on a large, flourishing planet called Atmos. This expansive planet is home to a variety of civilizations, each with their own unique identity and motivations. These motivations can often be at odds with one another, forming the ever-changing conflict of Legacy of Atmos. The launch of the LOA skirmish board game focuses on the Tellus Crusade, a devastating invasion by High Lord Godre of the Atmos Federation into the ancient forest of the Tellus Commune. Let's take a closer look at both of these factions now. Over 30 years ago, the great houses of humanity discovered how to harness the power of the mysterious crystal shards known as chrysalis. What the great houses didn't realize was that by harvesting the shards from the nearby Telnar forest, they had enraged the ancient beings within. This rage culminated into a devastating invasion by the newly discovered Tellus Commune into the lands of House Ronin. In the end, the Ronin family was brutally massacred, with only one survivor, the child Godre. The remnants of humanity's great houses realized that to survive this deadly onslaught, they would need to unite. And thus, with the threat of annihilation upon them, the Atmos Federation was born. The Tellus Commune is the congregation of the many creatures and beings inside the Telnar forest. This forest spans over a magnificently large area and is home to a variety of life forms. Wild and fantastic beasts, the tribal warriors of the Karath, and Aldasa rulers with their Gaia magic make up the armies of the Tellus Commune. While normally separate entities, these mighty forces unite under the watchful eye of their soul star god Athal. The Tellus Commune will stop at nothing to preserve their mystical home and maintain the cycle of change as commanded by their god. It is now 35 years after the massacre of House Ronin, and the fearless High Lord Godre, last heir to his name, seeks retribution against the Tellus for the murder of his family. What he doesn't realize is that the Tellus Crusade will transform the very fabric of Elpis forever. Now that we've talked about the backstory, let's go over some of the basics of the game. Before each game, both you and your opponent will choose a faction and build an army to utilize on the field of battle. Players have a total of 150 points to spend however they choose on various characters, troops, and other units and upgrades. Once players have selected an army, they will build a deck of 20 powerful spells and tactics to complement it. There are many different combinations of characters, troops, cards, and abilities that you can use to dominate your foe. One thing that really sets Legacy of Atmos apart from other games is our fate and alignment system. There are larger forces at work within the Legacy of Atmos universe, a constant flux of energies feeding into an unknown war of creation. This is translated in-game as fate and character alignment. We won't go too in-depth in this video, but know that your army is directly affected by the characters you choose to lead it, their inner motivations, and by what side of fate they uphold. For more information on how to play Legacy of Atmos, join us on Discord and download our digital rulebook. We'll also be making how to play videos and posting them in Discord and on our website, so stay tuned for those. Finally, let's talk about our grand vision at D6 Vault. The launch of Legacy of Atmos tabletop skirmish game is just the introduction of the Atmos universe. Our plan is to expand upon this game with more factions, miniatures, and game styles. Another one of our goals is to build a strong competitive scene for the game. This includes hosting annual tournaments with multi-$1,000 prize pools. It is our dream to one day have people be able to make a living as professional LOA players. The next part of our grand vision is we want to make 3D printing a core part of D6 Vault. We love 3D printing, and we believe it is a huge part of the future of tabletop gaming. Not only will we have standard box sets, but you'll also be able to customize your army using STL files. This includes different poses, genders, and other exclusive cosmetics that will allow you to tailor your army the way you want it to look. Finally, Legacy of Atmos will not be contained to just one type of game. We want to expand the horizons of the Atmos universe to include epic multiplayer campaigns, strategic social deduction games, and much, much more. You'll be able to use all of your miniatures and terrain in any of our Legacy of Atmos games, giving you maximum value for each of your minis. Well, that's it for this video. We're so excited to start this epic journey into the tabletop gaming community, and we hope that you join us on the many adventures and battles to come. Thanks.